Hey everybody, this is Rydell Danzey here again with the WHIN Podcast, also with Phil the Grill, aka F2G, and we are here with two exceptional guests. One of which this might be his or her first time on a podcast. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to try to figure out which one it was. But just like all the rest of the time, we're just going to be having a jaw-jacking session, and we're just going to be talking. And before we get into it, can you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves to everybody? Camera's right over there.
Awesome. My name's Abby Czarnecki. Am I doing my professional part?
You do whatever you want.
I am the Southern Region Angler Education Coordinator for Nevada Department of Wildlife, but in my free time I am obsessed with fishing. So I have definitely gotten hooked on kayak fishing in my part-time.
Nice. What kind of kayak are you rocking?
Old Town 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You
Pedal drive.
Oh, sorry. Fancy.
It frees your hands.
What about you, sir?
Hi, my name is Garrett Schumer. I am a wildlife area tech for Nevada Department of Wildlife. I work for the Habitat Division for water development. We build the guzzlers on top of the mountains for the game species. And what limited free time that I have, I do tournament bass fishing.
Oh, nice. Do y'all compete against each other?
Yes.
So who's the angler of the year between you two?
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
Depends on the day. Mostly her, though.
Yeah, well, he got to qualify last year. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, the West Coast.
Is that okay? West Coast Championship Western Kayak Anglers Alliance,
Yes.
Clear Lake, California.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's the plan this
you're
year.
getting ready to go back there
Yes.
now, right? Or
Yep.
this summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the
Okay.
end of the summer, fall, August. Yeah.
Oh, that's my birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Shout out to Elvis Presley. So will you guys be competing against each other, or is it like a team for that one?
We kind of work it as a team since we all go together with the Southern Nevada Kayak Anglers. And so it is, but we're still it's an individual thing.
Gotcha.
You're scored individually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what type of fish are you going out for? What type of game fish?
Bass.
It is bass?
It's always bass. Black
Okay.
bass. Yep.
Oh.
Largemouth, smallmouth.
Okay. How did you guys get into this? Into the competition portion?
So I think I ended up pulling him into it a few years ago, and I actually started getting into it with YouTube videos.
Okay.
So I have to give a shout out to Bren, who just, I think, caught a 30-pounder, which is his personal best 2 days ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So watching his videos, he's used to working late, and then he'd go out afterwards, and that's the best time to catch striper, right? Is at night. And sure enough, watching his videos just over and over, and then meeting him, and so I got my kayak actually during COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people did.
Yep.
Yeah.
He literally presented for me that first weekend right before the shutdown at Bass Pro Shop. And he was their angler expert for kayak fishing. And then we didn't really have the Southern Nevada kayak anglers yet. And then I just kept going out on the lake, fishing here and there. And right afterwards, we started getting back into it. And headquarters, so for work, we have the podcast too. And they're like, do you have any other female angler friends? And I was like, I know I've heard of somebody. And so I messaged the guy that coordinates Southern Nevada kayak anglers and asked him. And he's like, oh yeah, her name's Ryan.
Okay.
And so that's her thing, is she's a girl named Ryan. And yeah, so she got me hooked on it, and she's like, yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any other girls in this tournament coming up. So it was almost like a guilt trip for me, and I had never done it. So literally we did the podcast on Tuesday. I overnighted a bunch of gear, fish finder and everything from Amazon, put it all together. And so it's been over 3 years now. But yeah, my first tournament was March 2022.
Oh, and you're trucking along. That's a high upward angle.
Yeah.
Are you still fishing with Miss Ryan?
Not as much. So yeah, that's why you guys sent a few questions over, and one of them was being the only girl. And like there are other girl anglers, kayak fishers out here, but none of them are competing. And so, yeah, as of now, I am the only one competing. Ryan did compete until last year, but she's just been busy traveling with work and all too.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they go out on the boat whenever they get a chance.
Boat people.
Yeah,
Boat
so that's what we
people.
compete with, the boat anglers.
We've lost a handful to the boats. They get permission from their wives or whatnot. I'm gonna get a boat and I'm gonna sell this kayak and stuff. And
It's easier to launch.
That's what I was going to say. There's so many other places that you can get into, especially with some of the boat ramps being so crowded or non-existent anymore.
Exactly.
You can just carry your yak down, toss it in. You can get into places anyway. Even if you had a boat, you can get into closer spots. So I mean, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. So if I was getting a boat, I would still have my kayak.
well,
yeah.
and that's the
Yeah.
benefit down at Lake Mead because now down to 2 launch ramps now, Colville and
It's only 2 now?
Hemingway.
Echo's good. Or they
Oh.
just redid it.
Echo, but that one it's hit or miss depending on the water
Hemingway
level.
only has one.
But they, Lake Mead's one of those special places that if you have access to it, that you can walk to, you can't drive to it.
Yeah.
But if you have access that you can get your feet to it without destroying habitat, and you can take your kayak, you can launch anywhere unless it's posted restricted.
Okay. Does that include government wash? Since they put
Government
it on,
wash
Yeah.
is closed.
you still can't. You can't walk
and
it in.
8 Mile
No.
where we grew up.
Oh, 8 Mile is too. I did not know that.
Yeah, that one ended up getting a little sketch too. So people weren't being safe at night.
Yeah, I hear you. That was my kind of favorite go-to spot. I was like, you know what? Let's go catch some cats and
Yep.
spend the night and just sit down by the water. And then
Well,
it was
government
getting
wash
sketchy.
now too. I don't know the last time you've been down to the lake, but government wash, they've put concrete barriers and fences down, so you can't even. And it was post COVID. A lot of RVs moved in there, and they had to weld the bathroom doors shut because it was just getting bad. And they finally went in there and said, "Hey, you're a mile from the water. There's no reason for you to be here." So
But it looks like they're fixing it up so it'll be more organized. So
Do you think it'll be open this summer?
no, it's going to be at least a year. There's not much of a maintenance crew at Lake Mead. I actually just talked to somebody about that, one of the volunteers, and yeah, there's like 2 guys. It's really rough.
One of the things, like you mentioned, a maintenance crew, and that's one of the reasons why it's not opening right away. And we're always taught to, take back out what you bring in,
Make it better than you left it.
Yeah,
Or-
and I know most sports people in the field live by that. However, with that said, I know that even down at Echo, I've seen people just come in and treat it like it's a rave or like it's EDC or something like that, and they're just throwing beer cans everywhere and dirty diapers. It's weird, and I never encountered that until I came to here, actually.
And it comes from
It's
California too.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Well,
I lied. I 100% encountered it
Yeah.
in California.
Exactly. As soon as you said diapers, that triggered watching one float on one of the beaches in California. It's like, what in the heck?
Yeah, and it was just like, the baby.
Yeah, no.
Or put it in the sand on the beach. I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking. That's not very.
where we used to launch is between.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Saddle or that one was Boxcar.
Boxcar Cove. We used to launch there, but last time we went, there was people's cars getting broke into. There was guys blowing up tannerite on the shoreline. There was
And then you could barely people were camping right there, and so literally I had to say excuse me to get out of the water one day because they had literally just blocked the whole shoreline.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
For those of you guys that don't know and are not here in Nevada, Lake Mead is like our largest lake, and it covers 3 states, 2 states, 3 states.
Lake Mead, yes, 3 states.
3 states. That's how big it is. About 300 square miles or something like that. Is that right? It's a big lake.
It's over. I think it's over 300. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over 300 miles, and there's so many different places that you can go to and fish. It's beautiful. There's striper in there. There's crappie. There's bass, small and large. Of course, trout. Some people say that there's still some
Oh, well, yeah, on the lower half.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Mojave.
Yeah, Mojave. That's part of it.
I know, that's why I had to say, like, are we talking
Shared waters.
Lake Mead Basin?
If you
or
can swim through, it's all a part of it.
Tell Arizona that.
Well, at least our license, we can still go over to Willow.
Yep.
And we still fish, so you
Without
don't
a
need to get
stamp
another
now,
one.
finally.
Without a stamp, and it's 365.
Yes.
I was so glad when that happened, but it did mess up my hunting and fishing license, so they're out
Right.
of whack now. I'm like,
Yes.
can I just wait and do it? They're like, no, you want tags? So
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long you've been here, but that was you remember when you used to get your hunting and fishing combo.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You had your duck stamps and your trout stamps and your shared
Multi-rod.
water stamps. And you try to fold it up and put it in your wallet.
Yeah.
And, your license is that thick.
I think Colorado's still that bad or
Yeah.
worse. Yeah. Last
It's-
time I went to get a fishing license.
It's like getting the CVS receipt.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Last time I went, I was like, really? This hasn't gotten better?
Well, now it's down to one piece of paper. We're good to go. The point is just get out there, be legal,
Yes.
stay safe. Safety, that's another big one. How is your safety set up on your kayaks? Because everybody's completely different.
So for tournaments, it is mandatory to wear a flotation device. And that's because just like a couple months ago, we lost another angler and his life jacket at least could have saved him, but he was probably in the water for over an hour and it just got cold and windy. But being prepared, knowing the weather. So we actually, our last two tournaments, we had to reschedule because of the weather. So we're always watching the weather. That's number one. Safety is good apps. And then number two is your life jacket. Number three is the whistle. And most of them are built in now. You can literally wash it with the whistle in there. That way people actually will hear it. Something shiny. I have used the phone before to rescue a boat once. One of our biologist boats ran out of gas. So luckily,
Check your gas tank before you go
I was
out.
like, that's a Park Service boat. And so I started flashing them and it worked. And they're like, that's why we came over. I was like, yes. We actually, most of us have two different ways of getting on and off the water. So I say that you always have your paddle, but most of us either do battery also.
Okay.
That way you can just stay out a little longer. You won't get worn out, but with our heat, most of our batteries end up dying on us, even in the, we try to shade them. And so then you're still going to paddle in at the end, or we pedal and then, or we get tired or something happens with that. And you always have two different ways.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a big safety.
I'd say about safety too is one I was thinking about coming on here is there's this, it's a pretty open thing is you have the law. Okay, there's safety law, which for kayaks is much looser than it is for other watercraft. I mean, boats have a stringent safety policy they have to follow. Kayaks are a lot looser. So law versus common sense, and then versus tournament. So tournament, for people that want to get into tournament fishing on the kayak, a lot of the organizations like Bass Nation, they've adopted a kayak program.
Okay.
KBF, which is godfather of kayak bass fishing, they adopt a rule set that's more, we're going to save you from common sense from yourself, So whereas the law says you have to have a PFD on your watercraft,
Just on it, not even wearing it.
this one has to be on your person and has to be fastened at all times during the tournament. If anybody else from the tournament or a director sees you without it on, you're automatically disqualified.
Wow.
From the whole tournament. That's not a deduction of points. You're done for the day.
That's good. I didn't know that at all
Yeah.
whatsoever. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm with the Coast Guard Ox here.
Oh, awesome.
And I know that for the majority of the drownings that something as simple as a life jacket would have saved pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
And I know, for myself, when I'm out on a kayak, if I'm going out by myself, I have, my PDF is just the one around my waist, but I won't use that if I'm by myself. I'll use a real one Well, that's a real one too, and it's legal.
Yeah.
But if I turn over, hit my head on a rock or whatever,
Exactly.
nothing's going to happen. Well, everything's going to happen.
Right.
I'm not coming back out from that. But if I am by myself, then I use a full-on, old-school just jacket, just giving myself any opportunity that I can have. And I still wear it. I don't just keep it on the yak with. If I'm on my paddleboard and I'm with some other people, I just strap it down to the front, though. I don't really wear it.
Yeah.
Well, in that one, we lost a husband of one of the girls last summer, and that's because, he may have had the jacket attached to the paddleboard, but he didn't have the paddleboard attached to himself. And so, when they all went under, he was the only one that didn't come up because he wasn't attached to anything.
Bad weather? Is
Yep.
that what it was?
The winds came out of nowhere. Yep. And they found his stuff all the way at Boxcar, actually.
Wow.
From the islands.
About how far do you think that is?
Oh, geez.
From Boulder Islands,
What
right?
I think I ended up getting on Onyx and measuring it.
Yeah.
So
It's quite a ways. You're
10 miles?
10 miles. So we were talking about this lake that's over 300 square miles, and because of that, you get waves like you do at like Lake Michigan. They do come out of nowhere. You do have to watch the winds. You do have to check the weather. A lot of people don't, and they just go. And I see people online, even because I'm with all the different fishing groups, and somebody will say, I'm going out tomorrow. Is anybody else going? And people are like, why are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Just go do something different. And if it wasn't for that, if people weren't being social, they wouldn't even know. They would just show up and be like, oh, it'll be okay. And then 30 minutes later.
Yeah, and that reminded me that the big thing we forgot that we were just tested on too is always having a float plan.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't fill it out and you just text somebody that knows the area where you're going, and I always offer myself Facebook Messenger, send me a thing like when you plan to go and come back, check in when you're supposed to get back. Some of the guys were going out during COVID by themselves, and I'm like, just let me know where you're at, because we're not gonna have a lot of rangers out there right now. It's off season and whatever, and we're not supposed to be working, so so there's not gonna be a lot of people around, even more than usual. So I'm always a Facebook message away to be somebody's check-in.
Yeah, and that's important to have that float plan. I mean, we do it when we're doing big game hunting.
Exactly.
But people are like, well, Lake Mead's right there. You're going to be fine. Somebody will be there, and it's kind of like, depending on the police, when you're getting mugged, like, they'll be there, but it might be in 30 minutes. So you need to plan for yourself and be your own hero.
Yeah,
well, you're
definitely.
You're talking the difference between manpower. So our wardens patrol the waters, but they have limited manpower.
Exactly.
Park Service has limited manpower, and then outside of that, you're trusting that, whoever else is out there is either sober enough, aware enough, and so these,
or we'll even stop for you.
Yeah. And these safety things are and that's why, like, tournament directors with the tournament scene, it's their job. They look at the weather. Lake Mead does a really good job of when they give permits for these big events. If they don't feel that the weather is good, they'll pull your permit, and they'll notify your tournament director and say, yeah, we don't want you out there.
Yeah.
Because it's a true fact that Lake Mead recreational area is still one of the deadliest national recreation or park sites in the country. I mean, and you're competing with Yellowstone, you're competing with these
Grand Canyon,
huge places, but for some odd reason, and it's usually just lack of knowledge, or we're all guilty of it. I mean,
well, a lot of times what happens is if you've been doing it for a long time, like
comfort,
you're like, I've done it 1,000 times, and next thing you know, you got bit by a rattlesnake and fell face in the water. And you just don't get complacent. It's the same thing like firearms. It's the same thing. Just don't get complacent. Do it the same way every time. Like, have your float plan. Have a plan.
Have a checklist.
I carry my inReach with me, and I just baggy it up because that's what I use when I'm up on the mountains anyway. And that's like my last ditch effort. If I got blown away 10 miles and I was still conscious and I was on some island and didn't know where I was at anymore.
Right.
Hashtag go Garmin. Yeah. we use them for work, so when we hike up to the guzzlers and stuff, we have to have our inReach on us, because you're The other thing we were just talking about on the way over here, wind being, because, you know, you'd think Lake Mead's almost like a Great Lake.
Yeah.
You know, it's huge. But we were talking about it. There's a current on Lake Mead that a lot of people don't know. Even when the water's calm, there's zero wind in the air. There's no waves. There's an undercurrent. So when you go out of Hemingway and you get to where the dam is, there's a huge creek channel that runs through the majority of the lake. And it moves water constantly.
Really?
So you'll be on your kayak in dead calm glass water, and you'll sit out there past Hemingway in the canyon, and you'll see your kayak move 40 feet down
You don't
river.
even know it.
And you're like, well, where did I end up? And no wonder I'm not catching bass. It's 200 feet deep right here.
And the rocks that stick up.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. The new islands
they're not
that we're
even
getting.
sticking up. They're just there and you hit it.
I always try to like guesstimate where the water's at, and I was like, okay, that island was there last year, like that one's gone, and check, because you never know what's underneath.
And it's the same thing as your hunting grounds. You kind of need to know where you are and like familiarize yourself with the place. If you're not familiar with it, like stay closer to the shore so that you're not way out there and you get all excited because you're on the boil, and then next thing you know, you're like, wait.
Yeah.
Is that where I came from, or is that where I came from? And you get exerted, you run out of water because you didn't bring enough, and then in this heat.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't drink that Lake Mead water.
No.
Well, no, yeah. And even in March, like, it didn't seem like it was that hot, but my first tournament, I learned about the wind actually that day, and I thought my friend Ryan was right behind me. Like, we had kind of separated, just based, like, she was more experienced and stuff like that, so she took off, and I was like, I'll just go hit these couple coves, I'm fine. And I was like, bye. But she came back, and then she hit another area, and I'm like, I was getting hot, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back. And then I had checked the weather report, and it kind of said 11 or noon was going to be the winds, and it always is out there, especially. And sure enough, she didn't get back before 1 o'clock. And all of a sudden she ended up having to get pulled in because the winds kicked up.
Really?
Yep. And we were coming in against the winds. So that was another thing on my float plan I started planning, was going with the winds on the way back for every afternoon, double checking where the winds are supposed to be coming from, because it's a lot easier to come in with it, just like at Willow and stuff like that, than against the winds. Yeah. You can handle the current easier, but she ended up, I was like, oh my gosh, like, where is she? And I think she was out of service. So then I started freaking out a little bit. And we actually had another friend do that too. And next thing I know, she's getting pulled in. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, funny enough, actually today, a few hours ago, I was at my buddy's house, and he had 2 kayaks up. And I was like, oh, where'd you guys get kayaks? And it was like, oh, somebody gave them to us. And then they went out to Willow to go do the Emerald Cove thing. They've never kayaked before.
Oh, wow.
So they made it there. Everything was fine. And then they had to come back against that current. And they've never used those muscles before. They were getting tired, and it took them forever.
2 miles.
The sun came down on them. They didn't have a light or anything like that. They made it back. But that could have turned a whole nother way.
Yep.
And if it would have been, wintertime, they could have gotten hypothermia if they had to sit up on the bank till morning or anything like that. Yeah. But for them, it was just like, oh, everybody does that. We've heard about it, so let's go. And it turned into something else.
Oh man. Yeah. And I do go out with some girl groups too, and I always offer myself to be like somebody's paddle buddy, especially to start out the season. And then that way we can get comfortable again together. But yeah, always having somebody that can pull you out if you need to is huge.
It's kind of like
because they're different muscles.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's like shooting archery.
Yes.
You can oh, I can do that, and you grab somebody's bow and you can't even pull it back.
No. Yeah, it's like an internal one.
Now you mentioned there's women groups that are here. How do you get a hold of them?
Facebook's been the best.
Okay.
SUP Sisters, they do just paddleboarding. We have women who explore, and they do everything. So we do all kinds of different groups. We actually have a challenge going to do 25 things a year.
Okay.
Yeah, no matter what it is.
It's like 2 times a month.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
One of the other ambassadors, she came to fly tying, so that was one of her things.
Okay.
I figured that counted.
Nice.
And then we do paddle boarding, they do mountain climbing and everything. So yeah.
Oh, that's too much.
I like the kayaking.
Well, I mean, if I
fishing.
have a tag, I'll climb a mountain.
Right.
I got invited to go on a mountain goat hunt in Alaska, and I was like, the meat return. It's not worth it to me. I was like, it's not going to be fun. And everybody's like, well, you're crazy. I was like, I'm good.
Just because I am my age, it doesn't mean I want to feel my age.
Right.
I'm barely putting in for ram tags.
Yeah.
And only like 268.
Lower elevation.
The next couple of years is the years to do it for sheep.
Oh, yeah. Veronica got hers this past season. Well, actually, I think 4 in our group got tags.
Wow.
This past year.
They added another 30 to the muddies for use.
Yeah.
It's going to be some good time to get that once in a lifetime.
They're still trying to take some more out of there too. I was speaking with them about that, but you guys probably already know about that.
Yeah, we're pulling 200 out for the relocation.
Yeah, I passed on a pregnant one this past season, and for me, it was more like an ethics kind of thing, and we watched it for almost 3 hours, and
I remember your story
now. I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I was like, what would you guys do? So I wound up not doing it, and then one of the biologists hit me up, and he was like,
thank you.
He was like, we put that many tags out for a reason.
Oh.
Do it.
See, I wouldn't have thought of that either.
No, they've had a lot of recruitment. So it's unfortunate, but it's,
Well, then that's good. So the last stats I remember is the mortality is worse for bighorn sheep because of either mountain lion predation, weather, just everything. Pneumonia. So you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah,
especially was that Boulder, like that whole herd.
It's everything there. Except for the muddies.
Wow.
Right, Muddies North.
Yeah, so Muddies is our source population. It's the one clean population. That's why all our relocations come out of there, and it's a very protected herd. But it's it's the Muddies. There's a huge rain shadow that goes through there. So we have 7 guzzlers, I think now.
In that one area.
In that one area.
And it's just a couple months ago we water hauled with the helicopter 120,000 gallons. Across southern Nevada just to get some water out there for them because we didn't have really a cool off period. So they say a sheep will average a gallon a day. I mean,
that's a lot.
They're still up to a gallon and a half in those hot months, and it just so we have these computers that sit on the new systems that the drawdown rate, and you can watch that line move in real time. It's
crazy.
It's technology.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the president of the Desert of Bighorn Sheep. What's his name? Cunningham?
Pat?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was talking Cummings.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with
not
names.
Cummins, yeah.
But he was talking about those machines, and I think it came from Australia.
Yeah, the ranch
like
bots.
that. And I was like, what?
So cool.
How does it hold up in the desert?
I know.
With the sun beaming on it all day.
I'm still wondering.
They've worked really well. I think a few of us when we first heard about them coming out, we're like, what is this? Come on, it's more that we got to maintain. It's more we got to fix. But when you look at the actual system, it's super simple. It's a solar panel with a battery and a transponder and a transducer. And the cool thing about the transducer is it's not float activated, so you don't have moving parts.
Okay.
It's based off of the weight of the water. So we put the dimensions of the tanks in, and then there's a rain gauge that super simple, like that little toy, little bird that dips into the water. And same concept.
Old school technology.
And all it does is it counts how many times it flips per hour, and it'll tell you your rainfall, and then it'll tell you how much water's in there, and they've pretty much been invaluable. It helps us. We had a guzzler that all of a sudden just the ranch bug just kept showing a huge decline in water. And we're like, well, that's more than a sheep can drink, more than a whole herd can drink. So we hike out to it and we check it, and there happens to be a leak in one of the float valves, and so we're able to fix it. So we know we can
instead of waiting until
be
next
efficient
season
with our time, because if we have to hike, we have hundreds in southern Nevada. So if we had to hike to every single one every couple months, it's just you can't get to them. So it helps with that. What it's going to do long term is it's really going to help see. It's going to add to the surveys for the populations, because where the biologists go out and they survey these populations and they do a count, well, now we can see the draw rate. So if a count comes back with 200 sheep, but we're seeing an 18,000 gallon guzzler go dry in a couple months, well, now we can
figure out
use that stuff,
troubleshoot, problem solve it.
So
does the water come out of Lake Mead?
No. So our guzzlers catch down here. It's all rain or helicopter. Up north, they get snowfall. So
so
on
that's
those they'll add snow dams to them. The only water I would say that gets allocated to sheep is the ones that live over there. So you have the Black Mountain Range. Those sheep, they'll go down, and you'll actually see those guys at Echo. If you go early in the morning, there's a whole herd that'll come down in that first cove to the right, and they'll come down and drink, and you'll see the coyotes yipping at them and stuff.
Or Hemingway. I've seen them in the Narrows too.
That sounds like something that could be next on your list besides fishing on a kayak is hunting on a kayak.
So I do bow fish off my kayak.
Okay.
That's unfortunately, it's not like the South where we get to bow fish a lot of species. We get a couple. So
carp and striped.
Gizzard shad,
and
carp,
gizzard shad.
and
There's some
tilapia.
big ones that we need to get rid of.
Oh yeah, tilapia too. I forgot all about tilapia. But gizzard shad,
normally they don't get that big, but
I've caught some big ones. I've used them. Can you use them for bait?
Yes.
I use them for bait.
Shad's good.
As long as they're not a game fish.
Shad and shad. Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know if anybody eats these, and I was trying to look it up, and I couldn't find anything. And then I was like, well, maybe I should just try one and see. And then I cut it open, and I was like, this is bait.
It's not like the magic you do with carp.
Yeah. No.
Have you tried though?
And I did try when I cut it open. And I was like, it's not going to be worth it.
Because of the bones and all.
Yeah, because they're like you were saying, they don't normally get that big, but when you catch one, you're going to catch a billion this size, and so unless you can fry them up whole and eat them, but you're not doing that.
No,
it's not sardines.
No, our friend June did that last week with our work trip, and we did it with 2 crappie, and it was a rough one. It was a lot of bones.
With the crappie?
Yeah, they didn't get that big.
Oh, they were small?
Up at Eagle Valley,
yeah. Speaking of Eagle Valley, are you going to be up there for the Nevada instructor deal?
Yes.
We leave day after tomorrow.
Guys. Yeah.
We should have Echo to ourselves. We're pretty excited.
Come check out the new toy hauler. We got the TV set up. It's going to be sweet.
So you're going to go too?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Actually, just explain what that is real quick, so that people know what we're talking about.
Yes, it's our volunteer program for all of our conservation education programs. It's an educational weekend, so we do theme each weekend once a year, and it's our way of also giving back. So it's pretty much you come up Friday to Sunday, and we get food provided, training Friday night, Saturday night, and then Sunday morning, our recap, thank you, breakfast, and go. And Saturday is going to be a lot of fun.
And kayak fishing.
So this year,
what?
I took one for the team. So if you bring your own kayak, or we don't have as many people. So we did split it up kind of into, I'd say like 20 something a group.
Okay.
And we do have 24 kayaks coming plus. So we should be okay. But what we're also trying to show off too is how we do each of our programs. Mm-hmm. And since Echo does have good bass shore fishing also, I figured we'd still showcase the bass fishing outline. And then wildlife ed and boater ed are going to go out together and do like a little birding tour.
Got it.
And show that outline too.
And you can do all of that just from getting involved with wherever you are. Just talk to your own Department of Wildlife. I'm sure everybody else is going to have some kind of a program like that. I came in through it. I think there's 6 of us in WHIN now that are hunter educators. Yes. And then I signed up for angling as well to do it. You do.
I will add your email then.
I pretty much signed up for, I think, everything except for the muzzleloader stuff. I think I did not do that.
Why not? It's the best.
I do it. CVA, shout out to CVA. It's one of my sponsors, Field and Grill, aka F2G. And they also provide a lot for WHIN as well as far as our banquets go. But I was literally scared of it in the beginning because in my mind I was picturing pocketing the ball and doing all of that stuff.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And T from CVA, he was like, let me hook you up. And so I did a video from beginning all the way to the end to my own insecurities with it and then becoming proficient. But
That's awesome.
I can't teach anybody yet.
Oh, the new
not
muzzle
in
loaders
a
are
not
awesome.
in a mass hole.
Oh, yeah.
I can take a kid and be like, oh, let's go.
Yeah.
But speaking of packing the ball and all that stuff, we do have a couple flintlock instructors, and it's I don't know if you ever shot a flintlock, but
Yeah.
I'm hooked. I was on Midway USA. Like,
you got one?
I have a whole shopping cart full. I'm just like waiting until like I don't care about getting in trouble for spending the money, or I can get permission.
Yeah, a lot of the guys got hooked at the instructor dinner, which is our thank you awards. Yeah.
I was there for that too.
Yeah. So they were outside. Or did you get to shoot them?
I did. I went.
Oh, okay.
I didn't shoot the.
Oh.
What was I? Shooting the clay targets.
Oh, okay.
I was Ruben. You guys know Ruben?
Yeah.
He brought some of his stuff and the retays, and I was wanting to play with them because we were thinking about bringing those guys on.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, I didn't shoot any black stuff.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I see it comes up all the time too, and I'm like, it's right down the street. I can just go.
Yep.
It's free.
It is. Yep. Our programs are always free.
The new ones are so simple now, though, as a system. So it's really good. These ones, I haven't gotten to try one of those ones yet. The CVAs.
Oh, the CVAs?
My buddy said they've got whatever model they came out with. He's like, they're shooting 1,200 yards.
Oh, that's
like
the Paramount.
Yeah. And
the Paramount came out 2 or 3 years ago. We did a video with it at a SHOT Show when they were releasing it, and it's long range shooting. It's a 45 caliber bullet instead of the 50, but I mean,
wow,
still good to go. Yeah, but it's nice. And they just revamped it too. I think it's even lighter than what it was.
Oh, nice.
I haven't seen it to play with it yet, but one's going to be coming out.
Nice.
So
very cool.
Yeah. But if you pull the muzzleloader tag, I have a couple that you can borrow if you want, instead of like buying one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt bad. One of the WHIN members, he won 2 of them, and he was slated to do one of the muzzleloader classes, but he was the only one that signed up. So unfortunately, he didn't get to do it. So what was his name?
Oh.
I forget his name. Oh. I'll tell you afterwards.
He was one of the WHIN members. I wonder who that was.
Yeah, he won two
guy, right?
2 black powders. No, probably 40s, 50s. Yeah. But he was super excited. He didn't get a chance to do it, so I told him. I said, "Hey, man, Boulder City Rifle and Pistol Club. You want to go out to Clark County? I'll take you. We'll do it all day."
I'll try to find out who that was and see if we can get something going, because we do have some black powder guys. Well, not black powder. We do have some muzzleloader guys that are in the group. We can probably just go out and have a muzzy day.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag Muzzy Day.
The flies are already like this. This is exactly like every time I talk to somebody about like what everything's supposed to be. I was like, we are 2 months off. We had bird calls 2 months early. We had ladybugs hatching in March, and that's not normally till the end of April, May. I was like, we are 2 months ahead. We still have algae. Like algae barely went away, so we're gonna have another blue-green algae summer, all summer. So yeah.
So do you, when it's algae out, do you still go out in your kayak?
Oh yeah, you just don't. And honestly, the fish isn't that bad in that area. It is a little oxygen is a little off in that area, but the fish don't really care. So yeah, no, it's still good fishing. And then just rinsing.
You?
Personally, I am sensitive. No matter what, because there's always some sort of green plant in the water, or something, and people spend all day out there, so I'm just sensitive to where I just always make sure I shower right after.
Okay.
Antibacterial bar soap. Head to toe.
I know normally I when I go out, I bring my dog with.
Yes.
And she loves to jump in, and that's part of the things we do, and I bring the bumper, and we
and
we'll work.
Yeah, just rinse.
But
the dogs have to be rinsed.
I'm so scared of it.
And that's one of the things we try to tell people is
well, she does. My other dog, he used to. I have to stop him. But
they think that the animals are immune to it. It's not.
Oh no, yeah.
Don't take me by example though. I still kiss my bass before I release them, even if there's a whole algae bloom. And people are like, "What are you doing?" And I say, you know.
And to be, I just Eagle Valley still has algae already.
Does it? Okay.
And we had the kids fishing, and we were gilling one of the fish to be cooked. The kids wanted to take a couple fish home, and so we were cleaning it up and stuff like that. We made a mess on the dock, so I was like trying to rinse it. And I was like, I'm just gonna get in the water, and like I've been okay, so that was good. I kind of tested it actually. So yeah, dogs are more sensitive than us. That's the main thing. That's been 10 years since we really have had those algae blooms. 2015 actually, and we learned how sensitive the dogs were to it, and it's mainly just the drinking than anything. Yeah, just having their own water.
Okay.
And I've been putting mine on, and just make sure she's not drinking that water. Yeah. So yeah.
I don't know much. Tink, she was supposed to be here today, but she normally is here. But she never drinks any of that water ever. Wow.
Does she drink a lot? Yeah.
Yeah, but she won't drink that water. I also bring clean water, so she probably knows that it's gonna be there anyway. She's like, I'm not drinking that.
The day I filled the dog's bowl with tap water,
she's like, nope.
No, her water comes from the fridge, from the filter.
Yeah, found that out.
Now,
you can drink out of the garden hose, but not the dog.
Growing up, our hounds would drink any little puddle that they came across. We never thought anything about it.
That's not water. That's motor oil from me changing in the driveway.
It's still going.
Yeah, they're fine.
Now, I noticed that you had mentioned about kissing your bass before you release it. Now, growing up the way I grew up, we didn't catch and release anything because we were fishing for food. I came out here and I went out with the Werners. And we went try to catch some smallmouth bass, and we started catching them. And then they were releasing them. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they were like, "Oh, we're just catching and release." And I was like, "We can't keep them." And they were like, "Well, can." I was like, "Well, I eat them." Otherwise, it's like for me, it was like a waste of time just being out there if I'm not bringing anything back. So, do you guys ever keep any of your fish?
Yeah. I mean. So it's the whole catch and release debate's always been one of those things that's Chevy, Ford, or Dodge. You know, everybody's got their own thing of it. And I tell people when people come to me, I say, for the bass tournaments and stuff, well, obviously we have a CPR method with kayaks. We don't keep them in a live well. We catch them, photo them, release them. It helps with when they're bedding, we can still fish, and they're going right back to their bed. They're not going to the marina and stuff. Because we believe in that ethical standpoint about it. You also have your trout guys, big trout guys. Oh, don't take them home. But I tell people
that's a different breed.
Yes.
In Nevada, these are game species for a reason. Okay, they're edible fish. They have limits for a reason. You know, don't at least try everything once. You know, I don't catch a lot of bass unless I've foul hooked one or I gut hooked one. And it's going to die anyway.
That's a different story.
I'm going to use it. I'm not going to waste it. It's not going on the shore.
Well,
it's
that's illegal.
Yeah.
Wanton waste.
Yes.
But I tell everybody, because you'll see on the bass pages, guys will catch them and guys will go nuts, and it gets pretty aggressive. And take your 5, cook them. Cut slits in them. Put a stick of butter on each side and put them in the roasting pan.
See that?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's some good whitefish right there.
Well, and honestly, we've had a lot of luck bass fishing, and we end up getting stripers. And so, literally, there's no limit on 20 plus stripers because there's so many. So it's honestly, gill it, clean it right away. It's going to be just as fresh and good. And then, the bass can reproduce a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, but there's always stripers around.
There's always striper. I love striper. Same thing with bass. If I catch a big one, I'm throwing it back just because it's not as good as the smaller ones. Same thing with the striper. But I've seen same kind of thing. People are like, "What are you doing? You're catching too many. Leave them out." And then people are giving the history and why it's an invasive species and what it does to the bass and all of this and that. I'm like, man, we just need to have some kind of a education kind of deal with
and we
it.
do try with the regulations, and then we do have a few stories, and actually like will give me an idea maybe for another story for next year's regulations. But we do have really good stories in there, like striper tacos. I got to put my recipe in there a couple years ago.
There you go.
And but we do have regulations for a reason, and we do have some waters that that do have catch and release in the spring for the bass, and then we have some that don't, but we do have like a limit of only 5. So like as long as like everybody's sticking true to their regulations and their limits, then we should be good.
And that's the thing I preach always, to be safe, have fun, follow the rules, be legal. And at the end of the day, if you're feeding your family, then that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I just wish that when people are following those rules and they're super happy because maybe they just got into fishing, that other people don't come down on them and try to discourage them from going out, because that will stop you from even participating in the outdoors anymore. And
I have to add to that too. Like, so I was excited for a kid that was down at Willow with this trout, and I think he had like 7, 8 on a stringer, and the limit's 5 for trout. And so I did have to comment, and I just wanted to like kind of throw it out there. He's like, oh, and he kept saying I in his description of his day. So I just wanted to double check. I was like, you were out there with somebody else, right? That's not just your stringer. And he goes, oh yeah, I was with somebody. I was like, okay, good. Cause like, and so, we do recommend that don't put a 2-person stringer with one person.
Well,
because then it looks like that's all yours.
Yeah, especially in your pictures, because that can be a red flag. But even when you're out there, I know that, and I never even thought about it before, because I would always just do that and have one stringer, put everybody's on there, and then we go home. And I was at Willow, and it was trout, and I had taken 2 of the neighborhood kids out, and then one dad and Veronica came out, and then me. Everything was on one, and then game warden came, and he came right when one of the little boys was pulling it up, and then he goes, hey, limits? And I was like, oh, she already caught her limit, he's caught his limit, and I was like, I still need one, and these kids are like killing it. He goes, well, let me see. And then I showed him, and he said, how am I supposed to know whose is who? And I never even thought about it like that before. I mean, technically I could have gotten in trouble, but it was an education moment, and I was like, okay, that makes way more sense. But I grew up that way, and that's how we did it. And so now I have a stringer for every person that I bring along.
Well, and I think that depends too. I think most of us are good enough in middle school math that you got 5 people and there's so many fish on there. Divide them up and say, okay, at least some of you see, because one of the big things that we come across a lot. And you've seen in urban ponds, the limit got reduced. Yeah. And it's people get upset about things. But these things get put in place. It's not just for the individual. It's for everybody. Everybody deserves the chance to go out there. And I grew up hunting before I was ever an angler. We never said, oh, I went and killed that deer. I harvested that deer. That's going in the freezer. We're going to eat that. Every ounce of it, so, and for a lot of these people, they're harvesting these fish. So you have to allow that for everybody. And the big thing is one of the rules we see all the time is when you have your limit on your stringer, your rod has to be out of the water. You can't, once it's on the stringer, you can't take it off and throw it back and say, okay, it's good. Because if it doesn't make it, now you've got too many fish and you got one waste. So that's the big one we see a lot is, well, I have my 3 fish, I caught this one, well, this one's going back. You can't even catch and release those other ones, because once it's on your hook, you've now impacted that fish. It's either going to survive or it's not. So, and that's something I guarantee you 98% of the people do not know that at all whatsoever. And that's a part of a little bit more education. I know we're going to be doing the free fishing day. We're going to be out. Keep hitting that. We're going to be out there again for that, and educating some of those people that's their first time coming out. And a lot of those people, I think it was not this past year, but the year before, I saw so many single moms that were out there with the kids, and I was like, this is what the news should be showing. And like they had no clue what was going on, and they were taking instruction, and to have a kid see their mom or dad
learn from somewhere else, it humanizes them, and they're like, oh, if they can listen, I can listen, and we're gonna get something out of this. But something simple as like what you were just talking about with the stringer, and having your pole out of the water, like that's education stuff that we don't really even think about at all.
No, and that's definitely been that's.
I'm making notes.
She asked me to come.
What little things to like add to.
Right. She asked me to come to one event when we met, and I was like, yeah, if I have the time and stuff, and just going to the event and just getting to see that's the passion right there. You're getting to see people that don't have a clue about. We take it for granted. I grew up hunting. I grew up fishing. I grew up driving. Here's your dirt bike. Be home when it's dark out, and go take off 50 miles down the woods. You know, and for some people, they don't know. They've never seen a fishing rod. They've never, and to see some of these people, and not just the impact, how excited they get, but we had a group one time, and this lady in her 60s, 70s, with her granddaughter fishing, caught the first fish she's ever caught in 70 years of her life, and this woman bawled. This woman bawled her eyes out because she never thought it was possible. And right there I said, I'm switching careers.
And it was a carp. It was the cutest little carp.
Little baby.
And she's like, I can eat it, right? And I was like, well, yeah, we're going to gill it right now so it's fresh. And I have learned like how to keep it fresh. You don't have to clean it right away. It's like you can clean it when you get home. Just keep it cold. And we're going to gill it. That way we cut off the nervous system. That makes it gamey. And she was so excited to bring her fish home. It was so cute.
Yeah, see, and it's stuff like that, I find it therapeutic.
Yes.
Meditative, even just being out on the water.
Yes.
And catching something, that's just the bonus.
Exactly.
And then eating it, to me, that's the best part. And then you get to share it with other people.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So
just make sure when you take your pictures, you put your arms out. It makes it look bigger.
Yeah. Oh, actually, if you're going to be out there, we should maybe do a catch and cook. Shoot, I'm adding that to our notes.
Maybe.
I know.
Because Joel's not going to be here this year. He's the one that normally runs it all.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be there running it all. But I might be able to do a cook.
Well, we're going to talk because I have ideas.
Give Joel time off.
He's got to go. I think he's going to either Georgia, Alabama. It's Texas. Texas or Georgia for work. So he's here right now. He's in the other room.
I thought that was his truck.
Yeah, he's out here. Yeah. Sometimes he shows up and he's just like,
oh, I bet.
Like, Joel. He's like, I just got off the plane.
Yep. It's like, I'm leaving tomorrow.
Shout out to Joel, Alabama Slammer.
Yep.
So let me ask you this. Bless you.
Thank you.
I know because we give out the fishing poles, and like at the carp rodeo and other things, we give out kayaks as well. And it's a way for a kid that's never been fishing, or the 70-year-old grandma that's never been fishing. You're like, no, take this, take it home. We actually just had a meeting about it. Like, should we be giving them or having them just use them for the day? And we came to the conclusion, like, it's not going to cost us anything to give them out. And it's a constant reminder when it's sitting at their home, or maybe the mom or maybe the dad can say, hey, you want to try to go fishing this weekend? Let's go give it a shot. Or let's take the kayak out and let's give that a shot. Instead of it being just one experience for that day, and then they never go even buy one and never go again. So that was what we came up with. If people are wanting to get into kayaking, what would you say the most cost-effective way that would not deter people from getting into the sport?
It's so funny that we're doing all this week too. I literally got a message Friday from one of our volunteers that Cal Ranch was having a sale, or no specific store. Sorry, there's actually a lot.
You
of
already
sales.
said it.
I know.
Already said it.
I'll go down the whole list if I have to. But getting online and searching for sales, definitely. That's how I got mine. I did start with a pedal drive because I did want hands free. So I was willing to go a little bit more. So it is twice as much for pedal drive.
Yes, it is.
But you can get so my same kayak without pedal drive is only an Old Town is only $700, $800 to start. And I recommend that because then you can stand up on it and
That's
actually
important.
fish like a bass angler.
Yeah.
And you can see in the water better. And then when you're sitting, it's even that more stable. So having that stability and the hard plastic. So I don't recommend some of the cheap brands to start unless
like the $300 ones.
Some on sale for $100.
On sale, yes. They're I think some are on sale right now.
Yeah, for $100.
Yeah, it'll last you till the end of the summer.
Oh, and don't storm outside. Somebody went to buy one. That was my second message this weekend, and I was like, "Don't get it. Those are water spots from sitting outside." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "But same price. This one's brand new on sale." I just don't know how long it'll last because of the plastic. And honestly, there's so many YouTube videos on getting started with KBF. Even they have basic videos, kayak fishing, and even like for paddle boards, I type in like fishing paddle boards because you're going to be moving around more, and so you get that more stability. So even even if you're not going to be fishing on it, getting on the water with something that's stable, 100%. Having the smaller ones to start out even are fine. Just have another one though that's a little bit bigger, that you can still manage to get on and off a car, and you don't need a rack. Everybody's, oh my gosh, actually that's the funniest story.
You don't need a trailer either.
No.
It helps.
No.
You don't need a fish finder. I
mean, I did switch out for a truck after everybody laughed at me for putting my 10.5-foot kayak in the back of my CRV, but it worked great.
Hey, as long as you're getting to the water.
Oh yeah.
Tell them to come pick you up. They have something to say.
I mean, it was maybe the most expensive trip, but we also caught the most fish because my phone went in the water.
Ooh.
Speaking of safety stuff, put your phone in a case. So that's in the middle of Lake Mead.
Oh, you didn't get it back?
Oh no.
No.
It was already
like you were right at the shore. You're like, oh, my phone is wet.
Oh no, we were on a striper boil. I was trying to set up the phone to record it because like the three of us literally we sat outside the boil and just literally were just fishing on top of each other, and it was epic. And so I was trying to record it because I was like, normally you don't want to be that on top of somebody. That's the whole point of kayak fishing, is getting out and away from people. And we were just like, just like literally nonstop fish.
You know they make GoPros cheaper than phones, right?
That was the worst phone call ever that day, too.
Then you have to remember to charge it and put it by the door so you don't forget
Not
it.
even.
Or it's sitting by the door and you still haven't charged it. Yeah, I know. I have one for work and one for personal, and I still forget.
It's like still brand new. You never recorded anything.
Well, I was giving her so much garbage because her and I are complete polar opposites when it comes to some of these things. So that's why when you said affordable, like, she can go slay bass in a tournament off of everything at Walmart.
Spin cast rod for my first tournament.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm the
Work
opposite.
with what you get.
So I'm making fun of her all the time because she's got this A54 Samsung phone, like $200 at Walmart off the like whatever rack.
Worked great.
And I'm like, nah, you really need something that has like an actual camera, like not something like Gen 1 Android. Okay?
Yeah.
And so I'm so excited. I get her the Samsung Galaxy S24, like this brand new phone.
There you go.
And I'm like, oh, it's got all the bells and whistles,
Maybe a month,
everything for work.
2 months.
And I'm at work, and I get a phone call from our tournament director, because we're all friends.
He was at work. I actually went out with the other guys from the group.
And I get, hey, June, what's going on? He's like, and she goes, I dropped my phone in the water. I'm like, well, how deep is it? Like 14 feet. What are you still doing talking to me? It's only 14 feet.
You could not see like 5 feet.
$2,300 phone.
That's why you bring goggles.
Yeah.
It was
jump in.
at that time. It was only $1,000.
Yeah, I was.
So I went back to my. Oh yeah, I had an A53. So then I went back to my A54, and guess what? I never lost it.
Oh Lord. Oh jeez.
That difference carries over to the kayaks because you can get into kayak fishing super affordably, and then if you are one of those people that says, well, I'm one of those cry once, buy once, and some people are, but they still don't want a second mortgage of their home to do it. Your kayak fishing groups, KBF, Bass Nation, SNKA, Southern Nevada Kayak Anglers, Arizona and Utah have their own groups just like us. Some of these guys are like me.
Yeah.
It's my kayak costs what a nitro, like a bass boat would cost.
Too
And
much.
and
Well, not
so
that much.
That's
so
too much.
a lot of us were upgraders.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is your resale value is not dump it to somebody that can use it. So finding those used bass kayaks is where it's at, and you're getting all the stuff. You're getting the fish.
It's already outfitted.
And it might not be top tier because we've moved on to 12-inch screens now. You know, it's got 10-inch screens.
It's top tier for you just starting out, and it's more than top tier if you're starting out, because somebody else is just going to go buy one of those $200 ones that's on sale at Walmart, and it's not going to last them a year, or they're going to have issues going in a straight line.
Yes.
And
get frustrated.
If you're in all of those groups like you were talking about, people are always getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
And most of those groups, you don't even have to be competing with the group to join.
Yeah.
You just have to have an interest, and you have to follow their rules. And it's super simple. You know, keep it to fishing, keep it to kayak fishing, and that's it. And we want people to come in that are not there yet.
Yeah.
Because that's how you grow it. And you provide these opportunities where we have a lot of vet groups that they now take out Heroes on the Water is one of them. But we get a lot of younger men and women that come in and, that looks really fun. And I can't go buy a nitro. I can't go buy, a big bass boat, but I want to figure it out. And they get to come in, and people that have spares will take them out. People that have lower equipment. I think my first tournament kayak, I paid $2,400 for.
Oh yeah, it was Jim's old
fully
one.
kitted.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It was the Hobie, the guy from Utah.
Well, that was his first. Well, that was your second kayak.
Super. I mean, this thing had everything on it. It was a kayak tournament boat that the guy capsized it up in Utah. Couldn't get the nerve to get back on it.
Oh.
He let go of it
Windstorm.
for nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it had everything on it for like $2,400, which is a lot for some people, but for what I was getting into. And then you look at my boat now, and it's a few more zeros.
Yeah.
But when I started with her, we were both on these little Perception 10-foots.
There you go.
Works great.
Cost a few $100s. I put a little sideboard motor on. I could only turn one direction. It was, but it got me out there.
In a second.
And it was amazing. That was on that kayak. I caught my biggest bass at Havasu. It was a 23-inch. I know a lot of people like poundage, but in kayaks we measure, we don't weigh. 23-inch smallie. And,
wow.
this little kayak that can barely fit me on it. So
that's something that I like to preach, especially for new people getting out there. Because if you do go on YouTube or you're watching these shows and you see what they're doing, and you're like, I want to go and do that, and then you go start pricing things out, and it's like they have $20,000 worth of gear, and so they automatically shut down. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Go to Army Surplus Place. Get into some of these groups. Somebody's going to help you out because everybody has extra gear. Yep. Go to Walmart, pick up a reel and ride.
And sometimes we don't list what we have extra that we or others would wish we got rid of. So posting. So anybody, if you're in Southern Nevada kayak anglers, if you don't have one yet, we ask you that. Just say don't have one yet. Looking to get into it. And then we go from there. But some of us have extra fish finders that are going to be dirt cheap because the resale value's not much anymore since they're up to 12 inches.
It's like a phone.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
A phone. Like you have it for 2 years and you might as well have never bought it.
Exactly.
Well, in the groups, I always say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. There's never harm in asking the group and just join the group and, hey, this is something that interests me. I just want to see what it's about. And ask, I bought my first kayak. I'm looking at a fish finder. Do you guys know one that's affordable? This is the price point I'm looking at. And I would say a good portion of the percentage of the time somebody's like, I think I got one kicking around on the floorboard of my truck. Let me just give it to you.
Sitting in a garage somewhere. It's like, I forgot I had this.
I'm pretty sure we still
I have an older one. I'm sure it still works, but it's small. And like if somebody were asking me, I'm like, here, just take this one. I'm like, what I'm going to do with it? I'm not going to even sell it. I'm not going to go through the hassle. I'm like, here.
And with state, we do have the free kayak fishing classes. I just ask for some comfort experience on the water because you're going to be multitasking, and I don't have all pedal drives, but they're all free classes. We'll do it over the next 3-4 months, 6 months.
What?
Yeah, I know. This year was so slow. We had so many kids field trips. was kind of in events, it kind of got a little insane. So I didn't start kayak fishing classes yet, but we totally have free kayak fishing classes, and we just limit it to like 10, as long as I have backup instructor. And then, we've had a mother-daughter team. So like sometimes I didn't double check a couple birth dates, and so they rode with the mom, but the daughter was the one that caught the bass off the back with some of her snacks.
That boy was not happy.
Seriously, like we weren't having any luck, and she's like, well, what about this? And I was like, well, catfish like sweet stuff, so try some mango. They had some dried mango. They ended up getting a bass with the dried mango.
Wow.
That little boy was not happy. He was not happy at all. He's like, because he got out on the water, he's like, I'm gonna be the best fisherman ever. I'm Bill Dance. I'm gonna do this, and then his sister's like, oh, look what I got. But that's what we love too, is the big point that in a male dominated sport, to see some of these women that go out there and they get to have these adventures that I don't think my face will ever light up the way that I see some of these girls' faces light up. It's like a dream come true. I said, when we do it forever, we get kind of complacent and jaded, and we're like, hey, I caught another one, But to see these groups and stuff, and me and my sister were always competitive growing up, so see a sister go, haha, yeah, she earned it, you know. So
I say that's where the excitement is for me as well. Like even with big game hunting, like when I harvest something, I'm not ever excited. Sometimes I get sick to my stomach. It's not joyful. Everything leading up to that point is joyful, and then everything after that is joyful. But if I take somebody and then they dispatch for their first time, I'm like over the moon. I'm so excited about it.
So much better.
And I've just always been that way. It's the same thing with fishing. I love taking people out and then just seeing their faces like you accomplished something that you didn't even think was possible. And if you think about it, we've been doing it for billions of years.
Yeah.
And
they haven't. And they grew up in our bowl of a valley or all these cities, and some of them never get out.
And we have urban ponds.
Yes.
That they can go to.
Oh my gosh. That's like the craziest question I get. And I feel bad because I think I literally freeze up for a second when they're like, well, where can I fish? I'm like, what? Well, and I grew up on the east side of town. And so we were able to go to Lake Mead after school for a minute when it was cold in April. And we still had the cliffs and stuff like that. And so it's crazy to me, or when I was finishing up my degree, I had some younger students next to me, and they're like, this is my first trip out here. It's like, wait, what? Yeah. And they had never even been to the marina, and I was just like, this is so sad. So
there's fish in Lake Mead.
Yeah.
I get that all the time. There's fish here? There's big game here? There's ducks here? I'm like,
there's elk. Yeah.
Well, it's like Vegas. The strip is like 4 miles. Everything outside of that, you're good.
Well, and that's the best part of it is I always say there's a lot of people, they get stuck in the concrete jungle, and all they know is there are 4 streets that cover their city block, and to get to reach in there, drag that person out to an area or a lifestyle that they've never even seen, and you're teaching them a life skill, you're teaching them a survival skill, you're teaching them a hobby. One of the big things I wanted to make sure that I mentioned it. It's more catered towards shooting sports. It tends to be. So at the Clark County Shooting Complex, they have an event every year that it brings a bunch of kids to show them that you might not be a football star. I played football growing up, and then I just didn't grow very tall. My coach was like, you can't see over the line, you're done. So I got into bull riding, and bull riding was a bad idea. Messed up my knees, messed up my hips, and it had no future in it. Not everybody's going to be a traditional athlete, but there's enough out there when they promote it with the shooting sports at the complex, archery, mountain archery fest, TAC, MAF, field archery, JOAD, those things. But on the fishing side of it, Boulder City High School used to have a rodeo team. Not a lot of kids rodeo anymore. Now they got a bass club.
Oh, and nice!
We've got one kid on it that's gone to nationals. They've placed in like the top 10 in like these big high dollar tournaments, and these are kids in high school. But a lot of colleges have adopted these bass tournament programs. You go out with people that have boats. You're usually a co, or some schools fund their own teams and they have boats. But it's a way to show these kids, like, you can still get scholarships to college, you can still have a future, and you don't have to be 7 foot tall for basketball, you don't have to be 300 pounds for football. You can do these non-traditional sports, and there's an outlet. And it's just a great thing, because when I was younger, you think I would have went to college if I could do some bass fishing. Probably wouldn't have got no studies done, but
yeah, those are different avenues that you can definitely go down that is not being taught to anyone. It's not even available out there. Like, normally it takes somebody from the outside to say, hey, you can do this, right? And it's always like, do what? Nobody's gonna pay for that. And that's kind of how we are. And like you just said, the non-traditional, like, I consider myself an outdoor athlete because I'm into all of these different things. And it's all outdoors. And I mean, it takes some gumption to get going. And you're using your brain, you're using whatever energy you have, and you're putting in the work.
It's so rewarding, though. Like, it was last summer. I did not want to go out. Like, the heat was starting to get to me. But then I remembered how rewarding it is, especially when I get a couple new girls out there on the water. And so sure enough, I got up, we did it. We went to breakfast afterwards, and I like almost broke down. I was like, thank you for making me come. So, and they're like, well, we didn't make you. And I was like, well, you came, so then I had to come. So yes, you did make me come. And I was like, I didn't know I needed it. Ever since I was little, like, we came from Florida, and I guess it's just in my blood. Like, we have to be on the water. Like, and I just notice, I see it with a lot of people, and we help with Heroes on the Water, and Project Healing Waters, and you just see, like, these guys light up when they get near the water too. And so it's just amazing. Getting to see, just being near the water. Like you said, catching's the bonus, but just getting out.
Definitely, 100%.
Water, sunrise, yes.
We take out, I think last year, well, not even last, so whenever Mother's Day was, a couple of weeks ago, whenever that was, down in Orange Beach, Alabama, through Iron Man Ministries. Shout out Iron Man Ministries and Mr. Festus. It was like about 150 vets, some that have never been out on the water before, and this is all deep sea fishing, and some this is their last time going out. And all of the captains, so it's like all of these different boats, and all of these captains are, the majority of them are all prior military, and this is what they do now, so they donate their time. And then you come out, and then the plane comes, and it has like the banner, and then the firemen and the Coast Guard are out there, and they're shooting the waters were going out kind of deal.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like to see that, like the first time I did, I think I've done it for the last 5 years. First time I did it, I was like, and it was kind of like being a kid again. Like being out there with your dad fishing. I tell everybody there's a movie, I don't know if you've heard of it, called Men the Line. No.
So Men the Line, it's about a vet over in Afghanistan, and he comes back with really bad PTSD. I mean, bad. And he is in this little town, and the VA is trying to, give him pills and do this and do that and stuff. And one of the doctors goes, well, there's this old vet. Like, I want you to, go mingle with him and stuff. And, this guy is a Vietnam vet, and he's not, he wasn't much better until he started fly fishing. And so this younger vet goes, and he starts learning it and stuff. And there's Project Healing Waters is the group we have here. There's a bunch of the same kind of group in a bunch of different areas, but what it's done for these men and women is, fishing's one of those things. It's a game of chess. Okay, when we go from the tournaments, you're playing chess against these live creatures. But fly fishing essentially is, you can get lucky with modern equipment sometimes. If you're competing, not so much. But if you're just out there having fun, with fly fishing, there's a standard and a structure you have to follow. So for these vets that we see that come in and they find this sense of calm, it's they get to be out on the water. It's usually moving water. It's usually somewhere in a river or creek. It shuts out the noise. All the noise they come back home with, it shuts it out. But they still get to stick, instead of just sitting in a room watching TV, where all the other stuff creeps in. You're giving them something that requires the same kind of discipline they had in the military, a structure and a standard, step 1 before step 2, step 3. And so they get to do both parts of those, parts of themselves. And you see miracles out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some of these guys, not a medication, not a bad thought, not a, and they're just happiest guys in the group. So.
Yeah, well, personally myself, with Field to Grill, we take out first responders and we take out vets as well. And after I got out of the military, I became a child and family therapist. And so I use a lot of that knowledge while we're out and about. It's not like a therapy session. Right. It's just about being there and like hearing the water while it's running. And you might not even talk to each other for 3 hours or 4 hours, but something about that calm and just being out there and hearing the trickling, it's therapeutic in and of itself. And if something needs to be said, then something will be said. And if something doesn't need to be said, then it won't be. But fly.
They're out of control already.
Actually, one of our groups is going to be out there, Eagle Valley, at the same time. We're going to be
Red,
over
white, and
there.
blue.
Team Red, White, and Blue.
Yep.
Shout out Team Red, White, and Blue, Mr. Kevin. And Woods and Waters they're going to be out there too.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome. So last year,
it's gonna be a busy weekend.
Well, Eagle Valley's going to be packed. That's what I was worried about. Yeah.
I knew it too when because last year I booked the big campground with the handicap spots, and I was like, hey, it holds 75 people, blah blah blah. And then this year, because I was going to come with you guys, I was like, I'm not going to be there, but I am going to stop by and like hang out or whatever. And they were like, how did you get that other spot last time? Like everything is pretty much taken up. And so they told everybody like kind of like you're on your own for camping. And then that's when I found out, because Kevin was like, oh yeah, we're going to be there too. I was like, everybody's going to be there.
That's awesome.
Everybody out on the water, everybody out having fun in the wilderness. And that's what it's all about.
It is.
That's why we're here, isn't it?
That is why we're here.
I'll tell you what. I always tell people, man, if you need it, this world's going to provide it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of providing, I'm so sorry. I forgot to offer y'all anything. Do y'all want any of the Battleborn beer or Two Bitch Bourbon? These are a couple of our sponsors. You've had it with Country. We're at the banquet anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was really good. Yeah, beer.
Shout out to Matt for getting me my mug.
And we need to get some more mugs in here. That's what we need.
I use that thing for everything.
Yeah.
It's in the freezer.
So, y'all want anything?
I'm good with
I'm
water.
good, yeah.
All right. No worries. Let me see. What else? You have anything else that you want to talk about?
So just
pressing.
Based on what maybe conversation topics. We always do want more. We do have to limit it to like 20 to 30 people for our tournaments, but we normally never get to that. So we do always, and we do have monthlies to get people started. Okay. So literally you can start out with anything. We make you a checklist. You can get on the Facebook group, Southern Nevada Kayak Anglers, and just ask, what do I need to get started? And it was really cute. I think it was last night or the day before. One of the guys was like, all right, I'm almost there. But he like wanted to have it all set up, but you don't have to, unless you want to, wait to have everything. But they have little batteries if you want for, was it for the GoPro or even just for, for the fish finder.
Oh, the fish finder?
Yeah, they have itty bitty batteries that work great for basic fish finders.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you guys.
Yeah. And then like lithium, you don't have to have the best lithium. I mean, it may not last as long. A little bit of shade. You don't have to have the big fancy holders because it may not breathe honestly out here. But something to protect your battery if you even get to that point. But honestly, like what you were saying, we started with a perception and it wasn't bad because we did March, April, May, and June. And by June, we're going to see how we do like we might have shorter tournament days.
Well, start at like 5 and be done at 8.
I tell everybody, I'm usually done by 10. I can still go to the office and work because we're off the water by 9:30. 6 6:30 to 9:30. I was like, that's 3 hours. That's plenty.
Is it though?
Yeah. When you're fishing, it is hard to not say one more cast for 3 more hours.
I'm the worst. I'll see her heading back to shore. It's getting hot. I'm done. We've only been out here 6 hours. I got like 5 more hours of sunlight left. Let's.
No, I was just checking, make sure it was still recording.
Okay.
I would say 2 tips that I would give new anglers and new anglers getting into kayak fishing or wanting to. Number 1, YouTube can help you, but it also creates a rabbit hole, like you were saying earlier. You start seeing these guys with all these fancy things, and I want that. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Okay, we've never needed it. Like you're saying, 1 billion years of fishing, we've never needed it. Their quality of life, that's all it is. It makes what you're trying to do a little faster, a little more efficient. If you're doing high dollar tournaments, so like a boat tournament, you're talking 5, 6 zeros at the end of your numbers. Kayak tournaments, our West Coast Championship's like 10 grand. So you're not playing for a huge pot of money. You're out there with 200 other guys just having fun. But the basics of bass fishing, and especially kayak, I'd say the biggest rule of advice is get out there. Just get out there.
Yeah.
Your boat and your oar and one rod. Take one spinning rod.
Well, 2.
And a little tackle box.
I agree with the 2.
2 or 3, honestly. Only because my first one went down. Yes.
That
was very.
Don't bird's nest.
That's one of my first videos on there.
So that adds to it, though. If you take one and you mess it up,
you
figure out how not to mess it up and do better catch. Well, but the point being is get out there, and then number 2 is learn to fish out there without the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, there's still guys out there, these tournament winners, these guys that still win when they got $12,000-$15,000 kayaks, you know. They still know how to bass fish. They still know how to find the birds, look for the birds where the bait balls are. You know, they still know how to look for structure, you know, all these things. So get out there and learn that first, and then use these tools to adapt what you've learned. I mean, bass, when you get skunked, you feel like the smartest creatures on the planet, but they're not. Their brain's about that big. They got very simple habits. It's 40 feet out, 40 feet back, 40 feet out, 40 feet back. So start small. That's the biggest thing. I was notorious for not doing it, and I played catch up for a long time trying to get to where I'm at now.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I got to have all the new stuff, but I wasn't getting to the basics of it.
Well, I think that it's kind of like what you were saying when people are saying, well, I want to wait till I get it to be perfect before I come out. If you keep waiting, you're never going to go.
Exactly.
It's like just show up with what you have, figure it out with what you have, or not spending 10 grand in the end because, like, say you just went and you did that. Say I look at your rig and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. And I went and bought everything that you have. You gave me a list. And then I get out there and I'm like, well, I don't really like this. I kind of like what you have on yours. And so
all the time.
Yeah, it's really like just about, like you said, just go.
Yep.
Figure it out.
I mean, honestly, you can start with a inflatable stand-up paddleboard from Amazon for $250.
Yeah.
Take a milk crate, put it upside down for a seat. Most of the ones on Amazon, if you put fishing inflatable paddleboard, they're a couple $100, and they all come with at least one rod holder.
Yeah.
They are legal in tournament. So you can
I didn't know
use that
okay.
to get started.
I might be testing that out at the end of June because I don't know that I want to be lifting a kayak up Cottonwood.
So even that's
going to be a lot.
I have we have 2 inflatables in the backpack, and that's what we would take. We would walk it down government wash and then get it blown up there.
Yep.
And then throw it in and gone. Yeah.
And they're legal to fish in a tournament.
Sit on a cooler.
I did not know that.
Yep. And it's all you need. Yeah.
See.
And for some people, you know, because if you get into a kayak, eventually you're going to want to stand up.
Yeah.
That's the guys on the bass boat stand up for a reason. Okay. Standing on us up, you're going to learn that balance on a way flimsier platform. It's wider, so it doesn't tip as much, but you feel the movement more. You're less likely to tip it than you would a kayak, but you're going to feel it. Standing up on that, you jump on a kayak, there's a girl that competes in the South. She stands on the very tip bow of her Hobie. I mean, she weighs 90 pounds.
I was going to say, if I tried that.
Weighs 90 pounds.
There's a few guys that do it, and I don't know how.
She stands on the very tip of the bow of her kayak, and she'll slay 10-pounders right there in, like, Gunnersville and, like, all these Okeechobee. She'll be out there, and she's just sitting there like
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not me.
No.
I want to do it, but I can't do that.
No.
It's just physics.
I can barely turn around.
I can do it on a John boat.
Right.
Does that
There we
count?
go. Yeah.
If I identify as a kayak and John
Right.
boat.
As long as it meets the measurements.
Yeah.
I actually took the floaters, like the trout floaters.
Oh yeah.
So I took my inflatable. I put the floater on it for stability.
Nice.
Strapped it in, and then got 2 umbrellas, and then have my cooler that I dragged
Heck
behind. And I just lay back like this. I just flick it out.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's how we used to do it at the river running out of Laughlin.
I have those. Yeah. I have my pictures
I love that
posted
setup.
towards the end of summer. Well, yeah. So we started doing like regular, and then I started like pushing more of the fishing with the girls that I was taking out. And they're like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, then it's like even easier to get up. So like they have like a heavy duty lunch man. It's literally 4 men, the lunch box. And it's like rated for $250 or something like that.
What?
Yeah. It's what's the orange and gray brand, the newer orange brand.
Oh, so the one you got? Right?
Yeah.
So it's the Klein.
Oh, Klein
it's part
brand.
Of
Yeah.
Klein's new
Yeah.
And
work
it's-
series.
Yeah, and it's made for the guy at construction
To
to
sit
on at lunch and have his lunch. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is like perfect. And it's light, so I take that. I do take my crate in the back to hold the rods behind me, but I have a seat to get up and down, and it's so much easier.
I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you're out
It's on
the door.
Instagram.
You go get an ugly stick. You can get an ugly stick.
Yeah.
Everybody will make fun of the ugly stick.
Oh, I love
but
my speed stick.
You can use an ugly stick. So you go to Walmart, get yourself an ugly stick for
stick.
$60.
Yeah.
Oh, not
You go
even
on Amazon.
Yeah.
25, 40?
Well, yeah.
I think that's what my speed stick
Depends.
is. And I've
Depends on the Walmart.
I've
You
caught-
see the clearance rack.
I caught one of my bass on
But
it.
$40-$60, and it doesn't come with the best line. It'll get you on the water.
Yeah.
Find the clearance bin. All the stuff that has the orange stickers. Just grab a bunch of random baits. Watermelon, red. Watermelon with red flake. If
red
you're
and
fishing,
olive. Yep.
If you're fishing Lake Mead, just get that.
Okay.
Worms, swim baits. It doesn't matter if you get watermelon, red flake. Get something that jiggles. And then one of those sups. I think the cheapest one we found that we actually fished off of was like $185, $190
Oh, wow.
on
Free
sale
shipping.
or with,
Okay.
with the Amazon coupon. So under $300, you're out the door.
Out the door and on the water.
And a good
fishing.
tank of gas. Yeah.
And tournament legal as long as you have
Yep.
your PFD.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they have some really good ones on sale too.
Okay.
Yep. Check
Okay.
the sales.
And
I'm
those
gonna have to come out there with you guys.
those are the guys that I
Oh,
would
yeah.
say if you started that route
Next
because you just
2
want to
weekends.
feel it, sign up for a month long.
Yeah.
So the benefit of the month longs that Southern Nevada Kayak Anglers does is we have our monthly tournaments that are the 1 day show up, all your cards are on the table. Best 5 fish limit. So the month longs are the same. Best 5 fish limit, but you have all month to catch and cull as many fish as you can. So as many times as you can go out, you keep culling fish. So you're competing for 31 days against everybody. So for these people that are just getting into it, they might catch 5 fish in the whole month, and it could all be luck because they haven't got there yet. But they're still going to be able to get on the board against some of these guys. And the beauty about these things being at Lake Mead, there's an average bass size at Lake Mead.
Which is?
You're talking between
Lake Mead's like 20 inches.
I would say 20s. At 20 inches, you're
18
starting to
to
look
20.
at like the ones that you're going to be like, okay, I have a chance.
Okay, 17 to 19 at Lake Mead, and then I'd say like 18 to 21 at Mojave.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are built. Everything's bigger down there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, those guys.
It's not that far.
No,
it's
and
like right down the road.
counts. It's part of it. It's part of our water.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because they catch. If you can swim
Yeah.
through
Shared
it,
water?
It's the same
Well,
water.
Technically, the dam's in the middle, but
Yeah.
the
That's
water
man-made.
connects. Yeah,
That's a man-made obstacle.
But you'll start seeing
the
if-
water touches.
You'd see if on these standings, you'll see these guys at the end of the month that have fished all month long, and you're talking guys. This is their first tournament, and we have some guys that have been professional anglers for a lot of years. on the boat scene, and they've switched over. By the end of the month, they're all fighting each other over a 1/4 inch. So this is day one angler versus 30-year angler. And so for those people, I think it gives them a sense that, like, you don't get discouraged. Because you show up to a one-day tournament, you're getting skunked. I got skunked my whole first year.
But that's how you learn.
You know? And you get discouraged. And you can see these guys, they show up to 1-2 tournament and they're done. You know, because it's hard to compete with a 30-year vet that knows the bass are over there. You know, but you get 30 days to do it, and you start seeing these guys really going after it. I mean, we've had maybe 3-4 months ago, it was a guy who was his first tournament with us, took it all. So,
wow, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's always beginner's luck.
beginner's luck. You can't have beginner's luck if you're not out there.
Exactly.
So get out the door and get on the water.
Yeah, come on.
Yep.
Yeah. I've actually, because I've been trying to get out with June too, and like since SHOT Show, I've been on the run. So I'm back now.
If you're going up to Echo with us, we're going to stay down at Echo for, I went up there last week, and the water's low, but since
so we're going to stay on Echo?
Yeah, since everyone's going to be at Eagle, we're just going to stay at Echo.
Okay,
The Rangers all said that fish are coming out of there too, and honestly,
really?
I pretty much have the bass, crappie, and trout down there anyways.
Well, I'm trying to catch some crappie to bring back.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you.
We got the area,
That's what I want to do.
Oh, then yeah, Friday we'll have to go down there.
Bring white grubs.
White grubs?
Oh, that's right, yeah. The tail?
White little ribbon tail grubs, like the little
or pretty
ones.
much any of them.
So what I did is I went to Walmart because I'm not going to spend money on crappie bait. Let's be honest.
They're feisty.
You know, they're not trophies in my house. I went to Walmart and I got the little it's like the little trout kitty kit.
Oh, yeah.
It comes with the little ribbon tail
Starter
grubs
kit.
and some stuff.
The starter kit.
Yep. That's it.
It's working?
And then there's 2 coves on Echo or the crappie. They just hole up because those trout and those bass, you'll see it during the spawn. So I've got the bass areas being there a few years now where those bass will spawn consistently every year. And those rainbows are ferocious.
Okay.
I mean, when you think, you're like, oh, bass don't have any bullies. Rainbows. And they'll fight each other right there in the beds. But those crappie, stay away from it. They got 2 little areas. They don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I haven't even been to Echo ever. I always just go straight to Eagle. That's what I do. Yeah. So anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else you want to plug real quick?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
reach out to us, mine's on Instagram, Angler Abby NV, Abby with an E. And then, send a message for more information on kayak fishing or volunteering with us.
Okay.
All the awesomeness that comes along with it.
All right. Sir, how can we find you?
You can find me at Garrett Out West. It's my new Instagram. Doesn't have a lot of content yet. It's got a couple videos, It's mostly archery stuff because I haven't got to put the fishing stuff on there yet. And then YouTube's the same name, Garrett Out West. There's just a kayak review video on there so far, but they want you to post 3 times a day to be famous. I don't get that.
Just do it when you're in the bathroom.
Grab and go.
It'll be shite posting.
Right.
We're actually going to be having a fun shoot up at the Las Vegas Archery Club on the 19th of July if you want to come out and shoot.
Oh, awesome.
It's going to be right before season start. It's going to be 3D target, 1 arrow unmarked, 20 targets, and then we're going to have a cookout.
Oh, definitely.
It's going to be all just all of the different groups of everybody that's around the community coming up.
Very cool.
Oh, you guys are hosting that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you done any of the Sin City Rack Pack tournaments?
They're getting ready to do a back-to-back one.
June.
And yes, in June.
Yeah, Saturday we have
22nd.
Yeah, we'll have
Shout out to Matt and Ryan.
Yeah. We'll have our makeup tournament that Saturday, but then I was thinking we'll go up Sunday.
Go up in. Yeah, we're doing ours on the 19th, and then the Buck Bedard Foundation will be doing their banquet that night. So we're going to go up there and do that, and then we're going to run down here and hit up the other banquet. Bless you. All right, so there you go. Any parting words?
No, thank you. This was awesome getting this out there.
If you have one piece of advice, what is it?
Just do it. Just get off the couch, watch a couple YouTube videos while you're on the couch, and then just go. Just grab a few things. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, and just go. Just get out.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Sunrise now. It's hot everywhere. 95 in Salt Lake this weekend, I guess. I thought it'd be cooler up north, but I guess not. So,
No.
yeah, just get out early.
Okay. There you go. Sir?
Oh, same. Just do it. Just do it. There's no excuse. It's affordable. Yeah, I mean, Walmart, you got so many options.
So many options now,
I mean, you go to a yard sale on the
been
weekend,
20
you're
years.
finding some old rod for $5. You
Yeah.
come to any of our group
True.
events, we donate stuff. I will say that real quick.
Yes.
Most of us anglers that are in these groups, like I said, we're upgraders. We're not trying to sell our stuff. We're
Yeah.
trying to give it to people that are actually going to use
Exactly.
it. Hit
Yeah.
us up. Get in touch with us. If I got to give you one of my tournament rods just to get you on the water, you're getting the rod. Just
Or borrowing it for the
get
day.
get in touch with us. We'll get you hooked up.
Yeah.
I think any mentor, angler, sports person, hunter, archer, everybody's kind of in that same boat, especially when you have gear that's
Yes.
just sitting. And it's like, you know what? This guy can use it, or this is going to be their first one. It's going to save them money. You know, it worked for me for years, so it can
Yeah.
work for you. You don't need the biggest and the baddest.
No.
All right. So,
Thank you.
hey, I just noticed that our camera moved. It's okay. Sorry about that, guys. We normally have Ron in here to keep an eye out on everything, but it's still good because you can see us and you can hear us. Thanks for tuning in. This is Rydell Danzey with Field to Grill, a.k.a. F2G, with the bow gun and reel. We're bringing it to you from the field to the grill. And don't forget about WHIN, where conservation is a lifestyle.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And music playing out. Da-da-da-da-dee-dee-dow.
Oh,
All right.
we can edit that part out, right?
Yeah. Stan. We don't even have music. I just do that for everybody.